What up, everybody? Out the Power 78 coming back at you. I hope this video is a little bit louder than the last one. I might have to edit the last video to see if I can make it, the actual volume louder of my voice. But that's fine. That should be easy to do because I'm not doing anything really crazy with it. Hopefully, this one's a lot louder. I will actually test it before I post it. But I don't have to delete the last one because you could hear me, but I would delete the video on YouTube and then update it so it could be like louder. That's it. All right, but what we're gonna do here, we're gonna show a recipe. As you can see here, we don't have no show recipe, and what I did inside the actual where we at home one, this index one right here, that's that. I did this right here. I put parallel effects because my goal is to get a parallel effect. Let's save that. Let's get a parallel effect on the front page. So I typed that in and realized I wasn't recording. And I was like, man. So now I'm recording and I can hear myself. That's why I have the headphones on because I always be messing up. Now I gotta look through all these videos now. Let's get started, all right? And the recipe controller, what do we want? We can get the HTTP get. I don't even think we need it, but I'm just gonna put it on there for good measures. And we're gonna get a public. That sounds good. Action results, and we're gonna call this show dish because this is the dish we want to show. And we're gonna also try to get it so people could get the stuff in here. Integer ID is what we need, and that is all right. This is the controller right here, the recipe controller. This is the action. This is the actual route ID. So you're gonna understand what that means in a second. So we're just gonna return the view because there's not much. Oh my god, my shift button don't love me. And we're just gonna add some stuff right here, and we're gonna add some stuff if I didn't keep it in the recipe index. Yeah, I kind of like kept the stuff in there. No, that's the front. All right, I kept the add recipe in here, which is pretty cool. And then we also gotta put the show recipe down here. Okay, this is stuff I already did in the last video. So let's do this right here. Let's go back to controller. What do we need in order to make this thing work? Well, the first thing we need to do is have a view bag so we can put it in the front, right? And we're gonna put this show dish, and we're gonna name it the same thing as this. Yeah, that sounds good. And in the show dish, we're gonna get a DB context of recipes. We're gonna come down here and we're gonna put dot include because it's already been in here. If it's not in here, it should be in one of these. Should be in something. If it's not in something, oh yeah, it's right here. So we already brought that entity frameworks in. So we're gonna include the same thing like we did up here. Include rainmaker. So let's just copy that. All right, that's pretty cool. Let's just copy that to make I said rainmaker, recipe maker, and I like to do this sometimes, and not then include. I just like to put a semicolon right there. So what do we want? We want first or default, and how are we gonna find the first or default? Okay, we're gonna call it recipe, um, like that equals this, and then we're gonna put recipe dot recipe ID equals ID. That's all we need. Let's make this look prettier. This is all we need in here, and the reason this is all we need in here is because the reason this is all we need in here is because this ID is gonna come in from over here with this loop right here. Now, I make some spaces here. Forgive yourself. We're gonna type in that A1, that href, and we're gonna delete the contents. Put some space there so we could actually bring this in there. Control X and put Control V in here. Now this is gonna be a little bit longer, so I'm gonna put this down here, and I'm also gonna put this like this. I like it to see it in this format today, and sometimes you can go in like that. And we're gonna get rid of this, of course. And what is we gonna do here? We're gonna put asp.controller, and we all know we're in the recipe controller. So sometimes we don't really need to put that, but I'm gonna put it. And the action is we're gonna put Well, what did we name it? We named it show dish. So show dish. So Control C and Control S to save everything here. We shouldn't need that anymore unless we make mistakes, which we probably will. That's the beauty of coding. And this one right here is gonna be ASP, that word. And I'm gonna just put all routes, but this is gonna be deleted, and we're gonna change it to something else. Okay, that's not what I wanted. So this is gonna be deleted. We're gonna change it to ID, and then the all with this dot is gonna be changed. And inside here, we're gonna put the at sign recipe. Let's see if it brings it up. No, and we're gonna put recipe ID. So we passed this over to over here. We're looking through all the recipes, right? So it's saying with all the recipes in there, give me an ID number. This should work. I hope it works because we're gonna check it out real quick. But we don't have a show dish. So we just go back to the controller. That was crazy of me to turn up the controllers. Alright, so we can go back to this controller. We're gonna scaffold this one. Hopefully there's no errors. Let's see. I see no errors here, but sometimes you don't see an error there and it's just something that just don't work. We're gonna go to Razor View, add, and the name index. No, that's not the one we wanted. We wanted to do, we wanted to do create this. We wanted to do show dish. Okay, so we come here and then add the view and the Razor View and the add. Should be good to go now. Should be good to go. So this is not the same as this. It's not saying take this show this and put it in this show this. It's not what it's doing. I believe it's gonna work because it changed colors. But you know, sometimes it's like, nah, shun. In here, what we want to do, we're gonna show the dish, and we're gonna put some. I'm gonna put an if statement, so we won't get no errors. If well, let's go back to the controller, and just copy this right here because we're gonna need it a couple times. Control C. If Control V is not equal to null, which we should probably put in the other side too, but it's okay. We're just gonna do some peace signs right here, and we're just gonna just put Control V dot show dish, dot recipe name because it's the recipe. So let's Control S, Alt Shift and F for that proper formatting. And then if this works, then we're in the clear, and this is a 7-minute video. But I am gonna do a parallax effect like I did to my own website, which I will show you after this works. If it don't work, so I'm just gonna put this video up and cry, and then just walk away. And see how we made this A tag over here? So I want to see 2 right here, up there. Let's see if they could make that work. So that worked. So it's looking at view back show. It has no idea what that is. And that's because we forgot the @ sign in front of it. So far so good. So that means that is not null. Let's just see if that works, and then we'll add the rest of the stuff, and I'll show you what I'm trying to do to the main page of this. And let's come here, and let's come here, let's come here. Let's come here, let's come here. And Chris Burger, that's the name of the recipe. And we're gonna put the recipe, the guy that made it in there, and we're gonna just make this. We're gonna do this ugly for now. We'll come back and we'll get some ideas to see how we want to show this. So this one right here is rain recipe. I keep saying rain recipe maker dot first name, like that. This is the ingredients. You gotta spell it right or you'll get in trouble. I wonder if it'll pop it up and populate it for me. Let's see. Dot. I said, nah, son. So that's what it is. Let's see this beautiful thing, and I'm gonna show you what a parallax effect is on my website. It's just a portfolio website, and I'm still working on it. It's not even secured. Hopefully nobody hacks it. So let's see if all that works. We want to get the number 3 pizza. So number 3 shows here. You got recipe show dish 3. You don't have to put all that other stuff in there like they try to show you before with a route and everything. This works perfectly fine. This is very, very ugly. So we want to put like the recipe name and probably, this neater looking. and then this somewhere else like the directions to the here, like the ingredients here, and then the directions here, probably with a border around it or something. I don't know. And then some simple stuff like, let's bring this back up. So like every p tag is going to be different, but we probably going to want a border in all of them, right? So that brings up, did I have anything in this CSS class? No, I didn't. There's a couple things we want to do. We want to put we want to put p tags and stuff in here. But one thing I didn't do, and let's just add a new item right now. It's just called a new item right here. It's gonna bring up some crazy stuff probably. And let's see. We could come here and we could put web, and it will maybe not bring up some. That's weird. Why would it have? Okay, we want a style sheet. Oh shoot, we want to change the name to the style sheet to. What we want to change the name to? We call this span styles. All right, so let's just do that, and let's just style the span. We could do it inside, with bootstrap stuff, but I don't like that. So with the color, we want like a red, and if I do that, I could get a red that I want, and then I could click here again, and it goes away. So don't get excited. And maybe I don't want it as bright. Maybe I want it like that, a little darker, right, like that. Maybe a little bit darker than that. And then we close it out. And sometimes that goes away. So we got background color, ground color, and we do RGB, whatever that name is again. And we want, because we want that to be red, like a kind of like a brightness. I don't know. Let's do some yellow, and let's come down here and bring that yellow to like a dark yellow so you can see it better. And that's gonna be all our spans, right? And let's add one more CSS, and we could do it for our peas and carrots. Oh, it's content. So if you go to like web and click web, I thought I was there. You go content. You go to the less, the SCSS, SAS, and less, and page, and then you go like that. It's the same thing. We just want to style the peas for now, and we could put like the peas in, make a div there and put like a p inside there. But let's just say we want to have a border, right? And sometimes it gives us, let's put a dotted border. Let's get dash. Let's give it a try. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, you could put like dash color and like 3 pixels. But let's, I believe it's dash. Okay. No. And you just put the name of a color. So let's just put purple to and then 2px or like 4px. Man, let's just go crazy. Let's put 6px, and that's crazy. That's ugly. I think that's how we goes. I forgot. We could check that by pressing play. And I'm gonna show you with the span real quick what it's doing. So we got login. Oh no, that's not gonna work. Let's in order to make the span and this other style sheet to come in, let's rename this to p styles, like that. But in order to bring this in here, we actually have to go to the shared one and go to layout. And we're just basically gonna copy this, Control C, and then we come down here, Control V, come here, Control V. And so all you have to do is delete that and start typing in the name of the CSS thing, whatever it's called. So you got P styles, bam. And then this one is saying site again, but we got span styles and it knows. So bam, that's saved. That's gonna work now. So let's get out of there. Let's get out of here. This is just a simple thing. So let's try to get this here. Where we at? We have 14 minutes. Yeah, and I'll show you my site that I'm making for my portfolio. Something very simple with a parallel flex. So just log in. See, it changes the colors. That yellow is really ugly. So we would change that later. Oh, we'll change it after this real quick, and it doesn't matter. And let's see here. So we got this ugly dotted background that's 4 pixels long, and we're trying to make it, and we're gonna make it so it'll say that this is Chris's burger, or name of the dish, and we're gonna get rid of show dish, of course. And it's gonna be like the person, creator. We'll probably put him right there next to him, and then you know, and we'll put a border. We'll keep the borders on there, not these ugly ones. We'll change them around. But for the most part, that's what I wanted to show you. Let's log out so we could clear the stuff and nobody can come back in. And it shouldn't close it. And let's go to Al the Pal 70. This is my website, my portfolio. So I saw an amazing picture of myself when I don't even know where this was. I don't remember. And the parallax effect is watch the background not move as I do that, and then it changes. You see that? So if we go slowly, you see that it looks like it's changing and it's moving it, but the background stay the same. So that's a parallax effect. They got another one that the backgrounds move, but I was trying to do that one, and it just kept giving me errors and putting this all crazy places, you know. So we got the about me. Let me see where it stops. Perfect. We go back up, and we go to my projects. I don't like where it stops because it's right at the top. And I'm also gonna make circles for, you know, my projects to be MP and contact me, which you see in the bow right here, you know, so it could be there. And if you know, contact me is the one we're at right now. It's not going to be there, but my projects and about me will. But more about this parallel effects. Like, see how the picture changes? I'll scroll. See how the picture is just kind of like changing, and it's like, oh, it's moving. This is moving over the picture as well. It's beautiful. I think it looks pretty. You know, and the bottom one is just simple. Don't have to worry about no picture. We're gonna secure that in a few days or weeks. But that's what I wanted to show you. So that's what I'm trying to do for that. And I will put the JavaScript up. I mean, shoot, all you have to do is go to not the picture, view page source, and that's basically what I did right here. And you can see this is your script. That's the code pen stuff. But if you see right here, you could find my script. I didn't do. No, that's not mine. Where's the site script? The app CSS, that one right there. That's the CSS, and then you got the app.js, which I think is at the bottom. So that's it right there. Very simple. You could copy and paste that, and that's it right there. That's this video right here. I want to show delete and update. And you know one thing I do want to do. Let's see if I could do that right here. So let's go back to this layout. No, we got partial header. That's that. We did it better. We smarter than that. So in our header, we would like to have a if somebody's HTTP is in a session, you know, then show login or register. If not session, you know, show logout instead. So let's see how we do that, and let's see if I can recreate what I've done. It's not that if HTTP context HTTP context dot session. This has to be capitalized. Text dot session is true, right? So we do a question mark here, and then we gotta do a dot here. So in here, Control X, should be able to do that. I don't know if this is gonna work, like I said, and this should just be like right here, and I want to put this beside it, so Control X, and I want to stop mine right there, but it doesn't want me to. I don't know if this is gonna work. Okay, so we have to do a session. We got to do a view bag somewhere. So right now is not the good time to do this, but I will be doing that so we can only see either log in, register, or log out when it's time to do that. All right. But today's not the day because I honestly forgot and I have to go redo it. That's what I do. Home would always be home, but do we really need to be home? Yeah, we can have it home and have them stay in. We always want to have a log out though. So yeah, this site's coming along pretty decent, I think. So that's this video. Hopefully I can hear it.